Okay, what's up, Drop Services? So here we are with Lauren today. She's from Manila in the Philippines. So far, over the last about, is it 6 months now, Lauren? You've done $58,000 in your first drop servicing business, right?
Yes. 6
Awesome.
months
Okay.
now.
Cool. So I'm basically going to try and get Lauren's story out of her and see how many tips and strategies we can get from her, because yeah, pretty amazing story you have, Lauren. So maybe you can just jump right into it for everyone watching. Where'd you start?
Okay. So I actually had Dylan's video last August. I think last around May 2020, and it actually blown my mind. Like, this is a new kind of business to me because I am from retail. So I have these physical stores, the brick and mortar kind of services. So we're selling cell phones, gadgets, accessories to the stores is actually placed in every malls here in Manila, also in suburbs area of Philippines. But after the huge socio-economic upheaval that happened last year because of the pandemic, I actually lost 8 stores. Actually closed the stores because of the high operational expenses that I cannot sustain. And because of that, I actually considered closing each store and retaining only one. The store is actually located in the best mall here in the Philippines. So yeah, it's generating actually sufficient amount of money, but I don't think that retail business will actually survive until 2 years from now. So I actually considered the drop servicing because of Dylan. I saw this YouTube video and yeah, it actually changed my perspective when it comes to business. That it's really possible to run a business with a laptop just inside your home, and I'm actually here at home. So yeah, that's really possible. And yeah, I lost actually millions already to my old business, and I stopped it because I don't think that it can generate me more. So sometimes being a business owner, you have to know when to stop your business, or it will eat up your capital budget. And so my remaining capital budget, I used it to as the foundation for my drop servicing business, and I will never regret it because yeah, 6 months since our launching, we we are generating as much as 10K per month. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
and that's a really great start. I mean, considering that you just jumped into a brand new business model from doing retail, and I mean, obviously you're an entrepreneur already, but it's a completely different business model, completely different way of doing things. Maybe you could kind of talk a little bit about the major differences between running, brick and mortar retail stores in comparison to drop servicing for us. Give us a bit of contrast.
There is really a huge difference between the traditional kind of business, which is the retail, and the drop servicing. Because when it comes, the main difference is actually the budget. Because in brick and mortar businesses, it's really expensive to run it. The old businesses that I have, I'm actually not earning there because the profit is only 6%. Yeah, it's 6% compared to drop servicing, which is I can profit from a sale with 70%. So yeah, that's mind blowing. Actually, that's mind blowing, and I'm really considering to stop retail and focused with service industry, which is the drop servicing. And in brick and mortar stores, you have to pay for a lot of employees. You have to pay for rent because we're selling in stalls inside a mall here in the Philippines. you have to pay for a lot of expenses that is actually not generating you much. 6% margin is actually not enough because the capital budget that I am using in the old business is around $20,000 per month, but it's generating me like 6% only. It's not worth it. But in drop servicing, I just invested like $1,500, and it generated me like around $58,000 now, because not just because of my effort but also as a team, because I actually automated the business since September 2020. I have the lead generation specialist, I have a appointment setter, and I have a sales closer in my team. So we're actually four in the team, and yeah, we keep on doing what we have uh, done since the foundational step. I mean, foundational uh, process of the business. Yeah, we work as a team. So yeah, if you're going to make me choose between retail, the brick and mortar, or the drop servicing model, I would definitely choose always drop servicing, because it's actually it will actually generate you enough money. And then yeah, I don't think that there is another another business like this that could generate you enough money, like much money, in a short period of time. So the system really work. The system of Dylan really works. You just have to make your own effort, because the way you see it, it's a mixture of art and science. So the scientific part is actually Dylan's system, but the artistic part should be actually coming from you in order for the system to work really well. Yeah,
Mhm.
it has to be a collaborative effort, not just you depend on the system, you depend on the copy, you depend on everything. I think you as a drop servicer as well is actually you have to put on your effort in order for the system to work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's so key as well. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I can do everything, with this course and coaching community to give all of my knowledge. But at the end of the day, what the person does with it is the most important thing. And of course, it's on me to actually make sure people use it and use it in the right way. And help them go through that process of, usually people are starting out just wanting the templates and step by step, which is awesome, and you can get pretty far with that, and then eventually from there kind of evolving into thinking for yourself in a way and using the concepts to come up with your own ways of doing things. I think is a really powerful thing. So tell us a little bit more. I mean, you've talked a little bit about the switch from retail to service-based business. So maybe talk a little bit more about, the very beginning of starting your drop servicing business from right up to where you are now with a fully automated business, because that's something that, is very, very special. A lot of business owners I know still do everything themselves. They don't even go to that automation point. So talk to us a little bit about that entire process and, maybe some difficulties or challenges and the things that you found that worked really well.
Choosing transitioning from brick and mortar business to drop servicing business is actually the major decision that I did in my life. I don't think that there will be a difficult decision compared to this, because for 15 years I am connected with brick and mortar. I actually know the model. I know from suppliers. I have a lot of partners, but transitioning is actually very difficult. That's the most challenging situation in my life, when I decided to do the change from the brick and mortar to drop servicing. It was actually, I think, June. That was June 8, June 11, when I decided to file a bankruptcy, because the retail business is actually eating up my capital budget. So before losing everything, actually lose everything, like the property that I am paying, I lost a lot. And it came to the point that I am like really, really low because I actually lost everything. And then the remaining budget that I have, actually, I used it to do the breakthrough. So I think that's in every situation in your life when you're about to choose. Actually, choose the thing that's really difficult because it will make you grow. Because that's what happened to me. I actually didn't expected that I will be able to switch to another business that could generate me more. I thought losing everything before it is really difficult, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always
yeah,
that as well, isn't it? When you're kind of comfortable in what you're doing and you've been doing it for so many years, making that change is going to feel very, very uncomfortable.
yeah,
So the change that you made is a lot bigger than probably people even starting their first business, because you already had something that was
yeah,
working really, really well for many, many years. So you probably felt that change more than most people, and that with that experience,
yeah,
comes that knowledge. And you saying that, diving into the uncomfortable situations is usually where the growth is, and that's kind of a cliche in our kind of arena, right? But it's so, so true. Usually the things that you feel comfortable doing are the things that you've already been doing, which means you're going to keep getting those same results doing those things. So in order to get growth, you need to do those uncomfortable things that you don't really feel like doing, but logically are going to bring a different result and hopefully a more positive result. So yeah, for sure. And, once you decide to make that decision, once you had made that difficult decision, maybe talk us through the process of, jumping into the course and starting to implement and build your drop servicing business. What was that whole experience like?
actually, at first, I built the business, the drop servicing business, from your course, starting July to August. July, I think. Oh, that's only 6 weeks, I guess, because we launched the business August 6. I started June 11, and we started August 6, and yeah, we followed the system. Yeah, like we started in the lead generation process, and it took us a month before we generated one client. And yeah, I still can remember how difficult to get the first one. I think that's actually the process looks like. It's like the first client will be the most difficult part. But once you have actually closed one sale, the succeeding sale will be easy for everyone. So the main challenge that I actually encounter is actually automating the business. So before I started, like, I'm doing everything, but I realized I cannot scale if I will do everything from the lead generation to copywriting to sales closing. I will never close. I will not close enough sale. So I started hiring a lead generation specialist, then appointment setter, then sales closer. Actually, I lost some of money because of some applicants in that are not fit. I think every drop servicer will come to the point that they will actually experience the same what I experienced when it comes to the hiring process. But just try and verify. Always try. You can, like, the course that taught us is actually hire fast and fire fast. So that's what Dylan taught in the course. That's what I did. I gave the applicant only 1 month to show if the applicant is really fit for the job. Then after a month, if the applicant is not generating the results that you want, yeah, you can replace the applicant. So just make sure that the applicant will sign you an NDA, and also you make them sign a contract so that you could protect your business as well. So yeah, you protect yourself with legal documents as well to protect your business.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's definitely important. And when you first started and you got that first sale, you were doing the sales calls yourself back then, or?
Yes, I'm doing this sales call. Actually, the first client is actually weird. The first client is not in it's actually the product is really really weird because it's actually a sex
Oh,
in
yeah.
a sex niche. It's
Mhm.
like they're actually one of the partners of Pornhub.
Oh, okay.
And before we are actually hesitant to take the client, but in drop servicing, as you cannot choose. At first, you cannot choose what you really want, what you really want. But that client responded to our lead generation sequence in it's like a duck soup backed up by sales navigator. So the client responded to us, and yeah, the client really know what he wanted. So yeah, we did the video. It's actually it's like a love structure with
Okay.
the different angles. Lovestructure.com. That's actually the client, and he's actually Spanish. And yeah, it took us 6 weeks before we finished the video that he wanted. So, and before we actually got the payment, it's really a long process. It's like it took us around 8 calls before the client paid.
Wow.
So I think that's actually the real process. It's like it will take you around five calls and more before you before you actually get the client's payment. So I think
And
it
that was
took
quite a
us a
high
lot of
ticket.
research.
That was quite a high ticket.
Yeah, it's
Sale. Yeah.
it's from $3,000, but the client upgraded a lot of services after.
Uh,
It's like the video that we did is actually only $3,000 for him. It's a 45-minute video animating the love structure
uh,
in 3D. So, and after that, the client purchased ads, and then he made us even now we are actually editing his website because it's the website looks traditional.
hmm.
So and actually the client is really really great because we started in video and we did an upsell. We did a lot of upsell strategy. So from video we did ads, and also we we did this website. And now after the website, we are actually proposing to him to make a sales funnel. So
Hmm.
it's like we built the business now. So that's the strange thing in drop servicing. We actually focused in selling the video, but after that, the client seems to when the client seems to trust you, they will actually ask you for other services that are a component for the growth.
Mhm.
So that's actually what's happening to us, even to other leads that we have right now. Initially, we are endorsing video production, but I have a lead right now that actually needs the website and website development, and the other one is actually lead generation. Yes. So we don't focus with video so much right now because it seems that some of the clients that we have is looking for other services.
Hmm.
So I, our business in Techromica is actually more focused now in lead generation. So we generate leads for most of our clients. So we started in video, but now we are focusing in lead generation because that's actually more profitable and fast. So yeah, that's actually a trade secret, but yeah, I told you.
So yeah, so with the lead generation, are they signing, recurring contracts with you monthly?
Exactly.
Dana?
Yeah, exactly. Because our initial contract for each client is 6 months, at least 6 months, and then yeah, and it's actually a recurring payment, month to month basis. Yeah.
Hmm.
After this call, I actually have a client in California, another
Okay.
lead generation.
So that
Yeah.
first client that you got as well was a client in Mexico, right?
Yeah. A client in Mexico. Actually, the payment is actually delayed. We don't consider the client as our first because the
Uh-huh.
payment actually
After the
came
first
for
one.
November.
All right.
So came for November because it's actually huge. So the client happened to have a problem with the budget. So yeah, the client signed a contract around August, but the payment actually we got that around November. That's the problem because we don't have a sales process,
Mm.
sales pipeline before. We didn't focus with payment acquisition, but now, yeah, we are focused now in the real process, which is acquiring the client, signing the contract, and then getting the payment because we have this different payment gateway, which is Payoneer.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's not compatible. It's not compatible with some clients, so that's the problem we had with the Mexican client. But yeah, we got that as well last November.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's quite
That's actually
interesting.
mhm. That's the first and last client that we have in the branding and identity package. So yeah, we had a lot of different clients acquiring different services to us, but now we are focused with lead generation. It's
Yeah.
actually faster to sell.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting
yeah,
as well. You know, you start with one service, and what will usually happen is you end up having your clients come back to you and say, "Hey, I need this as well. I need this," because they already
yeah,
have done one service with you, a digital service, so they already trust you with other projects as well, and it just makes it much easier to have those additional things on the back end, which is why it's something we focus so much on. But one thing that's really interesting as well is, you know, you don't really like doing the sales calls, right? So you automated that very quickly, I think. How many sales did you automate that after?
actually, before I actually the one who closed the first client and the second one, which is the branding and identity client, and then the succeeding clients has been closed by my British guy. He's actually in Bogota, Colombia, but now he's in Netherlands right now, and he's really, really great. I actually got him in Fiverr.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dylan, you taught us to, get the applicant or staff in Fiverr, then take them out from Fiverr. So I got this guy to sign a contract with me. So yeah, I actually the setup is actually a base salary plus a commission. So yeah, we are good with that. And this guy is actually really, really great, and he helped me a lot when it comes to sales closing. So the process actually looks like this. I have a lead generation specialist handling my LinkedIn. So she has this duck soup with the sales navigator, and yeah, if she's managing my LinkedIn, and then I have an appointment setter as well. uh, they actually working as tandem, so when the call has been booked, it will automatically be directed to my sales closer, so he's handling the sales closing. Yeah, I actually automated the business, but it's quite pricey when it comes to the salary. But just make sure that you will supervise as well the team. You can't just be depend you cannot depend on the team. I think you should also be there, like you have to be hands on. You have to supervise them, guide them, in order for the business to be profitable and cost effective. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have to really be there, not just rely on everyone in the team. And yeah,
Yeah.
I have actually good copywriters as well. The job servicing business actually made me really happy. I met a lot of people here, and I built actually a strong relationship with my team, and yeah, copywriters, sales closers, yeah. And I think I don't actually treat them as employees, but actually a team, same level with me. I think uh, considering them as a friend as well. So yeah, I'm not just after making money here. I want to build a team that could sustain the business and make the business profitable for a long-term basis. So yeah, I think drop servicers like me should not rush, should not be on a rush. You shouldn't be pressured with others drop servicers posting their sales in the group. You have to be motivated, because what I actually realize is no matter how cheap your price is, there will be someone that cannot afford it. And no matter how high your price is, there will always be someone who can afford it. That's what actually I realized, because the biggest sale that we have closed is actually $12,000. And yeah, it's mind blowing. But there is actually a client, as a lead as well, that who can't even afford $500. So you have, I think my suggestion is, and my advice is, you really have to find that niche that you want. You can just target restaurant, SaaS, you can SaaS or hotels. You can't just target everyone in the industry. You have to choose one, and also you have to choose which target audience are you looking for, because you cannot target everyone there out there, so that your copywriting will be focused. It's like you're speaking to that niche. It's like you really know what are their pain points. Yeah, you have to choose one, only one niche, then start from there. Start from there to scale up. Once you perfected that, like for example, you're targeting gym CEOs, then once you're acquiring you were able to manage that niche, then try another niche. So from there, scale up, like a step-by-step process, like an atomic habit. uh, yeah, that's actually what we did, because we started in targeting everyone, and we failed, like a massive failure. And then I will tell you, we actually focus now in technology industry. That's only our focus with video production, explaining their softwares, blah blah blah. It's another trade secret, so yeah, I'm sharing it again to you. So yeah, we are focused with only technology CEOs. So all our copywritings worth around $1,000 is focused with these tech entrepreneurs. So you have to choose one niche only, then scale up from there.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people as well when they start their business, they really overcomplicate and try and bite more than they can chew. Like they'll try and do every single service at once, and they'll try and serve everybody at once. But what usually happens is you end up serving nobody, because your copywriting and your messaging, your offer isn't focused on any individual problem for a certain audience. So when you're making those offers, you're going to have a much lower conversion rate, get a lot less responses, a lot less leads, a lot less calls and sales. Things are going to be a lot more expensive because of that. And then if you try and do every service at once, what's going to happen is you're going to be searching for all the teams that you need, and you're going to be creating offers for every single one of those services. And then the offers that you put out there will also be, about nothing as well. So the way you did things was obviously, what I teach is the best way as well, right? You really followed the process exactly. And that's what I think is really awesome, because you started off with, video production, but then you realize that those services pile on after a while, and then you found the service to focus on. You found the niches that you want to focus on. So yeah, I think that's really powerful. And the next thing as well is you automated very quickly. I think that you kind of break a lot of the limiting beliefs that a lot of people have. I mean, about sales calls, about getting international clients, about being able to automate your team. You really broke a lot of those molds and a lot of limiting beliefs that beginners have. So I think that it will be really inspiring for people to see that, it is possible to do all of these things if you come at it with the right mindset and believe that you can do it. And obviously your past experience really helped you with that. So when someone's a beginner with their first online business, it's kind of, our job or my job to kind of break down those limiting beliefs for them and help them believe that they can do it. But obviously you came into it with already a lot of self-belief and you already believed that you could do it. Quite a lot, of course, because you've already done it before. You already built a big business before, and there's no reason that you can't build a big business here. And especially considering that the profit margins you're getting here are a lot bigger than the ones you were getting in the last business.
Yeah, I'm just getting 6% there, but it has a capital budget that is really huge, but it's not generating much. But here I can actually profit like at least 70%. That's actually mind blowing. So I think automating the business once the drops are, but the main suggestion that I have here for a drop servicer like me is to study the process. You have to do it yourself first before you automate it. It's like you learn the lead generation process. You should learn the appointment setting process. Then the sales call. Do that, I think, for 2 to 3 times at least. Try to close a sale, 2 to 3 sales at least, so that you know the whole process. You cannot automate a business that you don't know. So before delegating to your to a team, you really have to know the entire process from scratch. So because you will be wasting money and you cannot do it blindly, automating it blindly, that's not possible. You actually lose a lot. So yeah, I actually even hire an interviewer in Fiverr to interview my applicants. I just gave him this setup, like you have to look for this, you have to look for that. Yeah, Fiverr is really a massive component for this success. But the most important thing there is once you build that trust, take them out from Fiverr, get them signed a contract with you. Then happy selling. At first you will actually lose. At first you will actually lose a little money. Yeah, but sometimes you have to take that risk because after that. Because the system really works, and it's still working right now. And I don't think that this model will actually change. So I believe in the system. It actually works. You just have to do the work.
Yeah.
Some sacrificing, and especially focus. Because before I started, in my beginning stage, I actually investing 12 to 14 hours. 12 to 14 hours working the foundation. But now I'm just working like 2 to 3 hours because it's fully automated already. So at first you really have to do the work. It's really like 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Working for 12 to 14 hours is tiring, but after that you will actually generate the expected money or the expected goal that you're actually looking for. So yeah, just follow the process. Watch everything. Watch every video before you actually ask there in the group. Watch the video. Take it by heart because you really have to focus with this system because it really works. You just have to trust yourself and also trust the process. It will take time. But it will generate you results. That's what I actually assure you if you will do the work 100%.
Yeah, that's so key. At the end of the day, we can provide as much information and templates and done for you things as possible, but it's up to you to implement those things and be an entrepreneur, really, a business owner, and put in the effort to build something for yourself. And it can be done if you follow the right process and implement the right things. And yeah, I think that your story is a really awesome one, because you do break all those molds, and you achieve things very, very quickly, automated your entire business very, very quickly, much faster than I did when I first started out years ago. So yeah, you definitely, the student definitely became the master there. And thanks so much for doing this interview with me, Lauren. I think we'll have to do another one in the future once you hit that 100K a month mark or something.
Oh my God, that's actually very huge, but we will try, because now we're just targeting 20 to 30K per month. I think that's actually attainable.
Yeah.
Compared to 100K. I think I need a lot of sales closer that in order to attain that. So yeah, I think there are a lot of challenges during the process, because I actually agree what Keely mentioned during her interview. Is like there are weeks that you have no sale. Like all the sales will happen in the last week. Then there will be 3 weeks that there will be no sale. It actually happens to us. And then there will be a 20K sale the next month, then another month, no sale. So it's actually an up and down process. But I think you really have to be consistent with what you do. Don't rely on getting sale every week, because sometimes the clients are actually like a weather, so it's not consistent. So you just have to trust the process.
Yeah, especially in the beginning. I mean, eventually over time, as you build up your sales funnel, becomes more consistent once you have more clients coming in. And of course, it doesn't even need to be that consistent if you are getting high ticket sales as well, because of the proportion of profit from each client too. You can kind of see, like, if you get 1 to 3 clients per month and they're each worth, $5,000 to $10,000, then you're pretty much good to go as well.
Actually, we are generating, when it comes to lead generation, we generate 18 to 30 calls per month. But the average closing, the average clients that has been closed is just 2 to 3. So 2 to 3, 3 to 5, it depends on the month. So yeah, that's actually the realistic count of clients that you can close, because this is high ticket. 2 to 3 clients is actually enough for us right now, but we are targeting at least 3 to 5 in the next few months. For long term as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. And yeah, it's a very small volume of clients, but you always go for high ticket sales as well, and you have from the very beginning. So I think that's really, really cool. A lot of people, when they start, they're too afraid to go for those high ticket sales right off the bat. I know, when I first started my business, everyone was trying to just charge at cost, so a few $100s. And I charged $850, and I thought I was doing really well. But your first sale was like thousands of dollars. So
yeah, I started with 3,000, and then the client in Mexico, it's around 9,000. Branding and identity package.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I think that really covers everything. You've given some really, really amazing tips here and covered some really important points in your story. And I think it's going to be really inspirational to everyone to see. So thanks so much for doing this interview with me. And let's continue the conversation in the future.